this is the first Team Expectations podcast.
Yeah.
You can find all of us on Instagram at SpiderDude41.
At Jasmine Creedy.
At Eddie Edwards 123 PK.
John Cleaver. That's it.
Alright.
We're just going to talk about a couple stuff that's happening in the parkour world and like
What's
styles
going on?
of movements and all just about that.
Yeah.
What's happening with us at the moment? Well, the first thing that I'd like to talk about, we're going to Project Underground 9 next week, and I'd like to talk about that because we're all going. I think I might be the only one competing, but I'm just doing it for a bit of fun. Never competed in a competition before,
Yeah.
so it'd be nice. And I think you lot are going as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very good experience, like just watching and seeing like all the best athletes.
It's
like,
pretty surreal. It will be
Yeah.
pretty surreal moment.
all the things as well.
Plus, we've all been to Grim Jam and we saw what that was like. It was absolute
That was
madness.
crazy.
It was so cool.
I feel like Project Underground is just going to be Grim Jam just on crack.
It is
Like,
literally
yeah.
Grim Jam on crack.
Oh yeah.
Also, like next month as well, there's Team Fat and Nova.
Yeah.
Mate, that's
Team
gonna be
Fat
insane.
Nova.
I don't know if I'm going to that yet. I really wish I can, but I don't know if it's.
We'll have to see what comes up, but there's going to be more details about it on the page. So,
Oh,
Yeah, so see what happens
Yeah.
about that.
Do you guys want to talk about Storror Awards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Wait, for the record, guys, we filmed a bit of this, but then we redid it. So
Yeah, it did really work.
if some of our stuff that we say sounds a bit weird, it's because we've already said it, but
I
then
say-
we have to redo it.
so
Yeah.
controversy is Dom and Verky.
Yeah.
Which one?
Personally,
And I think there was.
I'm
I
Dom.
don't think it should have been between two.
Yeah. I honestly think that it should have been Verky.
I'll tell you what I think. I think all of the Storror members should have picked their favourite athlete and then people do a poll on who they think was the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
I don't think it should have been them
7
seven.
athletes.
I don't think it should be them
Yeah.
7 picking, because they could have favourites
The
and like
whole
who
community.
they think's
Oh,
better.
yeah.
I think it
Because-
should have been the whole community.
Okay,
voting
so
on that.
Dom and Verky are incredible athletes, but if it got spread out more of a wide sheet of different style athletes, because you could say Spin Boy is completely different to Callum Storror, and then like Jason Paul is like completely different to like I don't know, so like Verky or like Benjamin Max Cave. So if you get a different variety of athletes, because the sport is very different but has very similar things, have all them collaborated and then see who's everyone's personal favourite, so it's a realistic version of who is the best athlete
Yeah.
at the given moment.
I think
Gives
they-
people more of an opportunity.
I think that's what might happen next year. I think that's what should happen
Yeah,
next year.
yeah, I do think that should happen next year, where they leave it out to the parkour community to decide.
But
Like, who goes into that.
Storror Awards, so it is Storror's opinion, not.
It is always going to be a controversial thing.
It's Storror's opinion.
But like,
But
Because
then, no, you say that, but then they put on an Instagram thing, Bangers Awards,
Yeah.
7 options,
bro.
and they've got the
Yeah.
community,
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
more of a community
I mean,
award.
so
Oh, yeah.
like you can't
Right.
do it between one and like
Right.
you can't say the Bang Award between the community and then the Best Athlete Award just for the 7 things.
Yeah.
You
Do
you
don't
know-
have to have one or the other.
For the Banger
Yeah.
Awards, I felt like Dom should have won with the confront at IMAX.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
oh yeah,
Because
Honestly, I think I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
if I could think of every one of those, I'd much rather chuck a double palm flip outside than a
Yeah.
confront over IMAX. I've personally been to IMAX, you see on my shirt, it's like, I don't know which part of it, but it's like, there to there,
yeah,
so it's like there to there and doing a front flip. It's like,
mental.
it's just stupid, man. And then, like, thinking of that and then everything else on there, I'd much rather do.
oh yeah.
Can I just say, I'm just looking at the video now, like,
Yeah.
it's out of Ed Scott, Brody Pawson, Devon, Dom Tomato, and Verky.
Is Dom's confront
Like,
even on there?
Does any... Because I know it was only really out of Verky and Dom, but
Yeah.
Did Dom ever post the confront?
Yeah, of course it does.
obviously.
I haven't seen it on his Insta.
How do you not know?
Bro, but yeah, do you guys think... Because obviously it was only really out of Verky and Dom, but
Yeah.
do you guys think Ed Scott should have...
Oh, my, yeah,
Ed
definitely.
Scott
yeah.
should have been higher.
Yeah, Ed Scott should have been.
To be honest-
Not kind of showing.
I was very surprised that they sort of, like, in a way just brushed past Ed Scott.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
that.
Like, because it showed up with, like, who it was out of, and then it was just like, Dom and Berkey.
There should have been like
really.
the
Well,
Orange
wasn't it at the start of the year? It was like Dom and Ed.
Yeah,
Dom
that's
versus
what-
Ed,
and then Verky came out of nowhere and does some crazy.
I personally think that it should have been out of Verky and Ed.
I think Dom should have been in there as well.
No, I think
You can't say Dom shouldn't have been
Well,
in there.
yeah, Dom deserved a place in there as well, but like they,
I think it
Ed
was.
and Verky have really been leading this
I
year.
think it's Ed, Verky,
Like,
well,
personally, that's just what
I'm
I
just
think,
saying,
but-
not
like-
incredible athletes.
what has Ed Scott done that has been like mad? I know
Well,
This year.
I know
Too
this
powerful.
year.
I know he's been doing mad shit, but like really.
double
what?
cup crease.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is ridiculous.
What is it?
But
And he doesn't Sukara layout outside at Castle Park.
But he's
Verky wins it for me.
He's continuously been putting out bangers week after week. Where Dom, it's good to do that way, where Dom does something really high level, but then cools down. But Ed has continuously been putting bangers and changing. The
I doubt
game.
that though, because he's injured now. But when he wasn't injured, he
Yes.
literally did bangers every single day.
Oh yeah.
So I disagree with you a lot there.
Wait, who?
Dom.
Dom, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think
I
about
think-
it, like
oh yeah.
The Royal
Yeah,
Incredible
okay.
Athletes.
Like, let's be real here.
Well, yeah.
Like, for like a month or like 2 months straight, everything that like Dom posted on his Instagram was just mad shit.
Well,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, every day I was shocked.
Yeah.
but now recently he's slowed down a bit. But I think
Yeah.
next, like this summer,
I think it's.
Mate, it's
Yeah,
just
it
bangers
is.
again.
You what? Okay, for parkour athletes, it's like you can't really do it in the winter rains.
Yeah.
Well, Dom's
That-
in.
that's why we're rolling here.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And we're in John's gym.
Well, yeah, kind of like dojo gym. Kind
Yeah,
of
dojo.
How would you think?
I want to talk about like what do you think the skill finals are going to be like in Project
Oh,
Underground?
it's gonna be so cool.
What do you think like
Yeah.
round one's going to be like at the start?
I think round one's gonna be crazy, and then I don't know how many rounds there are exactly.
Like, do you think it'll be like big lasso prees, big 180s, big running prees? What do you think is
I
going to be the main focus?
I think people are gonna do some. I think flips are gonna be in it a lot. Like
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
No.
more
Flips and
flipping.
a skill.
no, it's not
No.
flips and skill, mate. I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
Because you got
I
to think,
think that's going to be
it's a
freestyle.
it's a
Yeah,
parkour
but it
it's a
could be
parkour
like-
competition, and parkour requires us the
Yeah.
basic movements
Yeah,
that
but I
every
think-
parkour athlete would have.
I think
So
there's
makes
just
it
gonna be
fair.
a big front flip in there.
No,
No, I don't think
it's
that
not
would
really
be.
like skill. in
That's
a way.
style. That's
Well,
what style.
I mean,
It's-
like, if
like,
Desi
yeah.
wants to, then
Yeah.
it's open. But I really don't think there's going to be a
There's
difference.
not gonna be flips in skill. I doubt it.
But then speed's like speed's gonna be normal, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
like a fatty running free at
Oh,
the speed.
it's gonna be like if you can do this one employee, you're gonna minus a lot of seconds off it
Yeah.
instead of cat leap, climb up, or run on the
Yeah,
floor.
we'll do a good running free, or at least a good crane.
I think that style will be where all the athletes shine fully, because they can do the movements what they're most confident in,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a banger,
Yeah.
really, like, because they're obviously going to be really confident in their ability. So instead of like skill where there's set challenges, this style is more free. So I reckon that's where it's going to be at this
Well,
year.
in style, like what Jake told me is that like you can start anywhere in the speed style comp.
Yeah.
So I know where I'm gonna start. I know where I want to end. It's just how do I get to that given point in the run.
Yeah. And I mean, you do have a couple ideas
Yeah, I
of
do.
what.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
I
gonna
don't
say
wanna-
I'm just gonna say, it's gonna be insane.
I hope so anyway. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, we were at Nova the other day, weren't
Yeah,
Yeah, it was at
Lauren's
Nova
birthday
for
jam. Yeah, it's a
Lauren's
really
we?
good
Yeah,
jam.
Lauren's birthday.
Can we get the
Amazing.
feel up? Because in the Nova City gym now they've added more blocks and elements to the gym. So
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
more there, so now we kind of get a feel of what it's going to be like in the Project Underground.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Let's talk
I
about
mean, like, happy birthday, Lauren.
Yeah, happy
for
birthday,
the other
Lauren.
week.
It was a sick,
I love it.
jam, mate.
It was so
So-
good.
Yeah.
What is the topic on?
Capstone.
Capstone.
Oh,
I want that.
yeah.
I want that bulldog
Alright,
t-shirt so
alright.
bad.
Let's just like say England or Australia.
They're both so good.
I'm saying England straight
I'm
away.
saying England, yeah.
Straight away.
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
Australia
Oh, like-
threw down massive bangers.
But the thing
England was more tricks based.
I like that.
Well, I feel like.
Well,
Well, I don't think it was more trick based. I think it was
yeah.
with like the Australia. It was the first capstone video, and it was coming out of Australia,
Yeah.
which I'm just gonna say, like the Australian community, sort of like there hasn't been a lot of stuff coming out of it. Obviously,
Yeah.
well, obviously like Brodie Pawson, like Pawson twins and that.
Yeah.
But like with Capstone Australia, it's sort of like, oh damn, and like
It was a
It's-
real shock. Wasn't
yeah, and it sort of just brought back the whole like massive standing cat leaps.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but I feel like
I think
with the England one, we sort of knew in a way what was coming because
Yeah.
like
The spoilers.
it was kind of posted on
Oh, yeah.
Instagram, like not most of the clips, but
Because-
some of the clips.
because we
Yeah.
knew. Well, it's just like with the Australia one, it was the first one, and I'm just gonna. It sort of like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And like, obviously with the England one, they was teasing it quite a bit, and like we sort of knew what athletes were going to be in it and that. But with the Australian one, it was like, I don't know if I've already said this. Like,
Just say it.
Just say it.
okay.
And then we can cut it.
Yeah,
later.
I'll cut it on.
Well, I did it.
I think, obviously, with the Australian one, it sort of raised the bar a lot.
Yeah.
It did, yeah. It
'Cause
definitely
it
did.
brought back the whole standing cat leaps and sort of put a spotlight on Australia for a bit.
Oh yeah.
I believe the England ones did the same thing as well. Like, because at level cat leaps, that's been won back.
Yeah.
Like, level cat leap.
Well,
Like, Toby did that down one, but I think.
So what I think came from it is ascents and descents. People have been doing more ascents and descents, especially
Yeah.
for me. So watching Joe and do his descents, it kind of brought a lot of motivation to a lot of athletes.
Oh
So
yeah.
if you don't follow Ed Scott's channel, I suggest you do. He talks
Yeah.
about it a lot, and he's doing descents and ascents with Joe, and then I'm seeing more people do it, and it's kind of the word's being spread.
Oh yeah.
I feel like both of them do things in a various different ways, but Capstone brought a lot of shock value to the England one, brought a lot of shock value
Yeah.
with the sketchiest stuff. But
Yeah.
I think both of them had a good idea of bringing the friendships and the fun back to parkour. And if you literally have to watch the behind the scenes of it, and it's not serious at all. It's just a
Yeah,
day's
it is.
training, and they just do harder stuff.
Just one.
Yeah, but with Capstone on Australia, the controversial thing is that they don't hang on to their cat leaps. So at the end of the video, they thought they were going to show the ones where they hang on to it. And for me, I definitely felt underwhelmed a bit when Kadori didn't do it. But then I'm not going to do that, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I think what England did better than Australia is that England had more completion and more achievement value, and then in Australia it came out of the bangers, which helped grow the spot. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So
I've got another topic.
yeah, we've got another
Yeah, I have a
topic.
topic when you're done as well.
So storror 10s.
Yeah, the new
Oh, yeah.
Star shoes.
What's
Yeah.
everyone's favourite colourway, what they've seen so far?
I
I like Benji's, like, so much. I
like the more darker.
mess
Yeah.
with, I like mess with Benji's shoes, like the white and then the cream bottom.
I personally like a darker shoe
Yeah. Same.
because I feel like if like the white one in like a week or so, it'll just be black anyway. To be
Yeah, it
honest.
will.
Yeah, but I still really like that shoe. It does look.
It does look
looks
really good.
I think it looks the best. Like, eyes on it looks the best. But for parkour, you really want a darker shoe.
Yeah, cause anti-climb paint, dirt,
Yeah,
Dust.
yeah.
filth, roof juice.
Roof juice.
So it's like
Oh,
water
that.
that's been on the roof for like
Yeah.
thousands of years. Touch.
I still, yeah,
Ancient
but
water.
I think for like,
Yeah.
I think a shoe what you would wear, the one what Benj wears, the ones that train parkour in, I think a different colourway.
Yeah, cause I love the look of them all, but I would wear the lighter coloured ones if I'm going out somewhere nice, cause I cannot wear like nice shoes. But like for training, dark is where it's at.
I like how they're taking more time on this one as well. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, on the other ones, it was like, oh, it was just thrown out. Like, they didn't really even test them themselves.
I don't think it was just thrown out.
It
Yeah,
was
they
thrown
weren't
out,
just
but
thrown
Because
out.
the storror,
they used
the
it.
first storror 10s, they brought them out and that, and then like a year later they brought out the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just wasn't.
I
thrown
didn't
out.
mean thrown out, but I meant like, I feel like these ones are gonna be
I
like
mean-
proper good. Like,
Yeah, like-
I think these are gonna raise the bar for parkour shoes.
And
Oh yeah.
I've got
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
storror
Yeah.
join, and they in like the video where they tease it, they seem like really passionate, and they really want this to
Yeah.
be
Well,
a good parkour shoe. They say like the shoe's probably not gonna come out like until like another year,
Apparently
probably,
this
Yeah.
year it's not even gonna come out.
because they're just doing so much testing and just trying to make it the best it can be.
Oh
You can
yeah.
see like the all whale in them now and like trying to.
So I think that's really sick. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
in parkour we need more parkour shoes.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
obviously, you know, people wear like Adidas,
Yeah.
like Reeboks and that.
And sometimes Nike.
And
But I think we need to sort of support more parkour brands,
yeah.
because that's just, you know, it's going to keep parkour going and that.
And the other thing is that with other sports, you have to buy loads of accessories to get into them. So like skateboarding, you have to buy a board, wheels,
Trucks, bolts, grip
yeah,
tape.
proper shoes, and
Yeah.
they make it like
That's
a
what.
skate business can thrive off all that because
Yeah.
they're getting regular customers. They have a lot to buy to get
what
into
what
the
does
sport.
parkour have in the mainstream? The Office are in parkour! Parkour! You know what I mean? That's what we've been shown as. It's not really fair.
But I
is it?
feel like parkour doesn't have much to what you need to get into the sport with. Like that's a
What's
Well,
good and
thing.
Yeah.
But like
Uh,
for the businesses in parkour, it's difficult
Like,
for them to survive.
that's why we
off
need.
only
That's why
making
we
rich.
need so more. That's why we need more pay to view content out.
Mm.
Like I didn't like how
Oh, yeah.
people were like dissing like the
Enter
Enter
the
the
Breach.
Breach.
That
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
like. This is gonna elevate our community so much,
Oh, yeah.
and just seeing those people diss on it, it's no.
Well, the thing is, it's their generation
That's
that they're dissing, and they're literally, you might as well shoot
Like-
yourself in the foot.
Like literally, yeah,
Exactly.
they're shooting themselves in the front foot. Yeah.
And like Jazz was saying, obviously with other sports you need to buy quite a few accessories, but with parkour you only really need
Shoes.
some good shoes and some clothes.
Literally,
Oh, yeah.
you
Like-
can wear your own clothes, and then if you have like a pair of shoes, what most people wear shoes like this.
Yeah.
So-
You already have it in your house basically. You have shoes, right? You have clothes. Go out and try 'em.
Like all you need is a good shoe, good grip, nice flexibility, and that's all you need.
You
really.
don't need it.
Whoa.
It would
Well,
help.
I was
yeah,
just
it
gonna
would
say,
help you.
You don't need good
I feel-
shoes.
Oh yeah, you can do it in anything.
You can train in school shoes if you
And
want to.
I feel
Yeah.
like why a lot of people shy away from buying parkour like clothing is because a lot of the time
Bit
they're
expensive.
like 30 quid for a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
Like,
this is all I wear. I only wear parkour clothing.
I
It's like-
same,
I'm repping the
Like-
reality merch.
you know,
But something that keeps us keeps us with a tag or something, has a name like for
And-
us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes us feel like
I mean-
more special, you know?
I just
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
Repping our community.
people need to support more parkour brands. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new team reality setup is sick.
Yes.
Like I feel like
We
we
want
need
to
to.
talk about that then, yeah?
I think
Yeah.
we need to go and like talk about team reality.
Well,
That's
we've
what
got
it
a
was like,
descent tower now. Well, was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
recent? Like 1
Yeah.
month? It hasn't even felt like a month.
It's felt like
hasn't.
3 days.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's so weird.
It's like
how
every day
it's
I want to
flown
do that.
by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah.
Well, every week, like you go there. I think the first couple of weeks it's kind of hype because of like how much is getting done in the gym, and how much has been worked on. You see it on Instagram and everything, and then you get there, it feels unreal, and then in a couple of weeks' time, it's like
Casual.
it's just normal. Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
always been there.
Oh yeah.
Weird effect.
And it's opened up a lot more opportunity in the gym.
Yeah.
It's sort of like expanded the
Like-
gym a lot for me.
Is
And like it's upped for level and challenges what that gym
Yeah.
like
Is it me?
presents.
That's taking up more space, but for me, it feels like there's more space in the gym
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
When it's took away some opportunities, but it's put more in there.
Way more than last time.
And it,
Oh, yeah.
like when you get in there, it just feels like there's a lot more space to like walk around, like jump and do
Yeah.
flips.
Do you
I
feel like
think-
they've made it bigger?
Yeah, I think the way to go if you've got a small gym for parkour
Is go up.
is to go up. Like
Like make like different levels where you can jump.
yeah,
Would be the best.
because you have only a set amount of floor space, but if you've got a lot of height, then you can just build up, and it'll get you prepared for more height challenges outside,
Yeah.
and also it does allow you to have a lot more space as well.
Yeah,
So-
Gonna be honest, it got me to get like it's got my fear of heights a bit really, because you kind of go on a ascent tower and you're like everything's so high, and then when you get there it's just like oh it's normal.
Yeah, when I'm on
Yeah.
the ascent tower, like I'm absolutely petrified of like heights.
Yeah.
My knees like shiver. It's awful. Yeah, I can't even do a jump. Yeah, so, but when I'm on there, I can do jumps. Like, because there's different levels to it, and I still feel a bit safe.
Oh yeah.
I've got another topic.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Jimmy the Giant's sort of back doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
more
Happy with
parkour.
that?
Yeah.
So obviously, people were chatting shit about his parkour videos.
Well, actually,
Well, about his other videos, like non-parkour based, right?
no, it
No,
was,
it
it was
was-
just, that's
it
why
was
it's got
par-
parkour.
No, the
that's why
part
it's
of it is-
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people rinsed him for
It
it.
literally
Yeah.
just stopped parkour.
But then
It didn't
it's
do
it's
anything.
also like every week he's doing the same topic every week. You need a bit of a refresher.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he should do one like you should do a parkour video, then a non-parkour video, and then like if you want to, whatever you feel like good to make a video about, do it like that. But if you don't want to make videos about parkour anymore, don't do it. But if you do, and
I feel
and people are
It's just finding your motivation again.
I
That's
feel
all you need
like-
to do. It's just about finding your motivation to do what you want. But
Yeah.
the thing about it, he is a YouTuber, and the best way to get the algorithm is doing different videos to catch people's eyes.
Oh yeah.
I feel like when people like just say stuff about what you enjoy doing, just don't listen to them. You know, like
Yeah.
Just do what you want to do.
if you
Oh yeah.
enjoy doing something, and if you're passionate about doing it, then just carry on doing it. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like a motivational speaker out here, but I'm just saying like, you know,
Should
who
let people
cares
do
about
it.
it?
I feel like Jimmy
Do
the
it
Giant.
for you.
Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy the Giant was really enjoying the parkour
And
content
then people just put down.
until
got him down, yeah.
until he started getting
Hey,
Rinsed
hate
for
and
it.
stuff. What was a terrible thing to do.
It isn't right.
If you don't like the
Right.
content, you don't have to say that. You know what I mean? Like if you don't like the content, click off the video and go. You don't have to.
Oh,
Click,
yeah.
You don't have to subscribe. But if you
People
really
just want to
like,
put the stress out on other people.
yeah,
so-
I subscribe because I love that parkour content.
Oh yeah,
Same.
same. That's what I watched him.
Talking about like content creators, how do you think of the parkour coach companion like growing to like a separate account? So it's not just Sam's account that he's premiering on; he's got a separate account, and how everybody you can go to there and it's more of a separate thing. So it's like a whole row of podcasts because you got swapping shoes. It's like where it hosts different podcasters. We've got like
Yeah.
2 different type of Spotify platforms to listen to
I like
people's views, and
Yeah.
it's just like a lot more people are going out, and it's a better way to speak. Like we've got the Storror podcast and everything.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
like the podcast idea.
Yeah, I love.
And that's what we're doing this
Well,
time.
because in the YouTube videos, you're only seeing them doing it visually, but if you're doing it on the Spotify, you get people's views more, and if you're sitting down and actually doing it, it's so much better.
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
YouTube doesn't really show you the personality. Podcasts do. Podcasts show like how this person is like as an actual person, not
I
like a parkour.
I feel like we are moving more towards listening to podcasts where we see deeper into people's thoughts and views, and also with podcasts you can do things at the same time, so that's also better
Like,
for
you could have clips over the over a podcast, so you could have a podcast in the background, like speaking about like if it was a massive fat jump, yeah, like say John doing capstone. Yeah, you could go through his mental thought whilst he's doing it, like in the background,
Yeah.
and then showing him
Well-
like progressing to do the jump.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like listening to a podcast because, for me, I don't know if it's because like I've
They are long.
something with like my head or like just me personally. Like I can't listen to a podcast. I need to actually
Yeah.
be doing something.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I
know
like
that.
to.
That's why when I
Watch-
do listen to a
watch it.
podcast,
I need to like visualize something.
if I am
like that.
if I am listening to a podcast, I put a game on or like
Yeah.
Yeah,
or if
same.
I'm
I'm
training,
doing
I just put a
something.
headphone in and just listen.
And the thing is,
See, that's what I think it should be like half an hour podcast with like clips over it, and then you could do more.
Well, you got to think of these podcasts. It kind of helps you, like, if people have just started parkour, you got to think. Like, I don't really do skateboarding that much, but if I'll put a YouTube video on, and it's a great way to advertise it.
Yeah.
You got to think, like, some people just want to hear people just talk.
and
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Like if you do a job.
Like, how would you like? What made you want to start parkour? Like everyone here.
I go down the line.
No, John.
Okay, go. John.
What made me want to start parkour is I think my mate kind of just brought it to my idea when we used to just go on like adventures, just down like go on like straight line missions across like I don't know where that local area, and then we would just kind of go to spots and then we'll just talk about storror for a bit, and then he'd kind of introduce me to like moves and stuff, and then we'd mess around with that, and then I kind of just got put into that, and then I just carried on watching videos, and it was something that really connected me with a lot of people
Yeah.
that I know, and it just helped me kind of transition into something new
Yeah.
and feel a bit more refreshed. It just felt like I got more freedom. What about you,
Yeah.
Chloe?
So I'm a very energetic kid. Yeah. So when I used to do loads of sports, I play football, I play hockey. I'm a keeper, hockey keeper. I do parkour. I play basketball. I do loads of things, but I think I used to do parkour not knowing what it was exactly. So I was just jumping around like on walls and stuff, and then I went to the parkour park just jumping around and stuff and seeing how it was, and I was watching storror at the time, so I was like, oh, I'll just go on this for a bit, and then I saw other people doing it. I was like, okay, other people do this, and then they introduced me to Team Reality, and then I was just carried on from there, and then now I am here.
So, I started parkour when I was 6, and I was such an energetic child, and so my mum, I feel like my mum wanted to like get rid of me for a couple of hours just to like chill.
Release some stress, yeah.
Yeah, and like, so she saw a poster and she said, oh, why don't you go to this? And then I went to it, and it was at Cleethorpes Leisure Centre. It was at Team Reality, and it's when we had like just foam blocks and a trampoline and stuff. So like I did learn a lot there. It was just like, it sort of like prohibited me from progressing a lot.
Yes.
So when we got the new Team Reality gym, that's when I started progressing a lot.
Yeah.
And like, I've been doing it nearly 8 years now, and I feel like I've progressed more in the last 2 years than I have
In 6 years.
Yeah.
in 6 years.
But that also could be about like your body progressing as well.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
like you can't just all blame it on the gym.
Puberty.
Like you can, but your body might have progressed a lot more in those years.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, like, I've always been a very energetic kid, and like, I used to like sit in my living room watching like Ninja Warrior,
Oh man.
and then like setting up like crisp packets to jump across and that.
Yes.
I just always used to like just jump about. To be honest, I always used to just climb my wardrobes and that. But then lockdown. Shout out to coronavirus. Yeah, lockdown 2020, probably March time. I was just playing a lot of games and that, and a game that I really, really loved, Assassin's Creed 4, like Assassin's Creed Black Flag. and I started playing a lot of Assassin's Creed games, and then my mate said to me, because we was in a party together, he's like, "Oh, search up this video. It's from a channel, Storror. 230-meter cable crawl."
Oh yeah,
That video
that
was
one.
class.
And then
It was.
and I watched that video. I was like, "Oh damn!" And I just started watching a lot of Storror videos while playing like a lot of Assassin's Creed games and that. And then obviously in Grimsby there's the parkour park, and I went there and I started just to jump about and that. And then Brandon, parkour guy in Grimsby, he sort of introduced me to Team Reality,
I think that was the
And
same
that-
with me as well. I
and-
think Brandon introduced me.
and like obviously like
And
seeing
you.
seeing
Both
like
of them did.
Jake and like Jake. I think it was Jake, Callum, and Tyler. I remember they were there filming a video, and in that video you can just see me stood in the background looking at them, and they sort of just got talking to me while my dad, and then obviously when the gym opened back up, I went there. I started doing classes.
Yeah.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this happened.
Yeah.
Now we're here. I don't know.
Now
That's
we're
fine.
here, yeah.
In the span of 2 years,
Yeah.
it's about maybe a year.
I think in the past 2 years, we've all progressed. Like,
I've only
I-
been doing parkour for a year.
Yeah, I met John a year ago.
no, you started in like 20...
March.
I
It's
start.
coming up 2 years.
I just started in
Yeah,
November.
like a
I
year
started
and
in
a bit.
November
Yeah.
2019.
I'm not even lying, yeah? Around 2.5 years ago, I didn't know... I mean, 2
Yeah.
years ago, say.
Mate.
I didn't know Ollie, I didn't know John, I didn't know Jazz.
Thing is, I only met like Jazz, John.
6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago, like summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've only known John for like a year now.
I
Yeah.
only
Oh.
It has to be
really,
coming up to that,
Yeah.
right?
I only really met them two because I was solo training on my own,
And then you
I
saw
know.
us.
and I went onto a roof, and then Jazz and John were there, and obviously I knew Jazz a bit through classes,
Yeah.
and then John like started training with each other.
Yeah, basically. That's,
Yeah.
And then we kind of, it was
Yeah.
kind of like just me and Jazz for like ages, and then it
Yeah.
was just kind of like, and then it was me, you and Jazz, and then kind of, and then Corey, I remember, I think, I don't remember, it was like Corey, and then, I don't remember, it
I
just
remember
kind
that
of
kid
worked.
Yeah, when did Corey actually come in? He just sort of like slipped into the
Yeah.
group and
I've,
just
like-
started coming.
Like every now and then, I was just like, yeah, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You still do that.
I still, yeah. I like to ask before.
Here, this first.
Alright. So do you guys want to talk about Team Eccentric, Grim Lads,
The new team.
and like what's
Yeah.
been happening in the past week about the
Well,
team and that?
we wanted to change the team name just because it didn't feel like us. Me and Ollie originally thought of Grim Lads like a couple of months back.
Yeah.
And it's just like really close to Grim Parkour, and then it's mainly because Grimsby, we train at Grimsby a lot.
It's
It
Grim.
makes sense, yeah. And then, it's just like lads. We're always training in a group. and
Yeah.
We always say yes, lad, and
Oh,
like when we
lads.
finish. We got kind of meaning to it, but then obviously it doesn't work because of copyright infringement, and then we were just kind of thinking about other stuff, and then we thought of like Team Expectations because expectations reality. We're the students of Team Reality. We've got expectations, and when we grow and then get better as a team. So I just think that's a great way to name call
Express
ourselves.
ourselves. as
Yeah,
well.
basically.
Standards.
But you think-
Episode 1, Storror.
What?
Storror, like
Yeah.
episode 1, standards. That's the
First video.
yeah.
Huh?
Well,
Didn't they start like going more professional though?
so yeah, that's like
Yeah.
well, that's just yeah.
They just like messed around like down in Horsham.
But like
Horsham lads.
I really like the name Dogger. I just think that's
I
sick.
like it, to be fair. It's cool name.
Makes no
like-
sense though.
What is everyone...
Can we just insert what dogger is in the dictionary? Put it up there.
Okay. What is everyone's goal by 2022?
Whoa,
the
can
end.
slow down.
Yeah,
Slow down.
slow down, mate.
That's the
Calm
next
down.
topic.
I also really like the name Doom. I really like the name Yawn.
I like the name Doom.
I like...
Yeah, Doom.
Doom.
I like I like
Doom
Team.
Eternal, Doom games.
I like Team Rise, RIZE, and then you could be like, we rise above expectations.
I
Or,
really
we
like-
rise above the.
I like Spirit, but it's not bad.
Team Spirit. Oh.
No, but we've
I
already
like
we've already
that.
got Team Expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't go back now.
We can't
Yeah,
go
we
back
can't
now.
go
We've got to
back
change
now.
the name.
I feel like
We have to
If
wait
we're-
30 days.
if we're actually gonna be a team,
We can't change it every
we,
week.
yeah, we can't take
We
it.
have to stay.
We have
we
to
have
stick with
it.
one thing.
Oh,
And if
yeah.
and if like a year or so, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever goes down the road, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So-
like,
Goals by 2020 then?
Yeah. So
So-
what is everyone's goals by the end of the year?
end of the year.
Not be
Ooh.
dead.
Okay, that's a good goal. That
Probably
is a
not
good
be
goal.
dead.
Just
But,
dodging the coffee.
I think mine is container
Dodging
jump.
the coffee.
I think container jump and baby capstone.
I want to flip container jump. And I also...
Insert a picture of container jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also kinda wanna compete in a couple of parkour comps and go to a lot of jams and get more
Yeah.
engaged in the community.
Well, my goal is just be able to train as much as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like 5 days a week, hopefully, of like light training, heavy training.
Also
Come
learn
on,
a
John,
backflip.
come on.
I want to
do
learn
that,
a backflip. It might be the most thingy thing. What is it?
Corey backflip ever.
No, but what's it called? It might be the most like. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh no.
My other goals
Yes.
really is just to get better at my college course and see if I can get a distinction in my grade, and then if I can get that, I'll be able to work on what I want to do for when I'm older.
I might not be training as much this year. I have exams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I've got GCSEs.
No, you
Well-
don't.
No, you don't.
You're in year 10.
Yeah, we
You're a
start
little
in year
boy.
10.
Little boy in his town.
Oh, thanks.
Mate, I'm the one in year 8.
I'm in year 11.
Yeah, at my
Year
school,
11.
we start in year 10.
Yeah, GCSEs.
So you're at
No
bloody-
way, you
you're at
starting-
you're
you
at
start your
pop
GCSE.
school.
Yeah,
Yes.
we start GCSEs
You have. Do you mean
year
mocks?
10.
Do you mean
That's
mocks?
quite cool, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you
Mate,
mean
you're-
mocks. Yes.
Mate, you're at a bloody posh school. You get bloody like caviar for tea. Mate, do you know what I have for tea? Grub.
Grub.
You have
Well,
to
you
get
can
full
say
from-
gravy then.
Oh,
Proper British.
British.
In it,
Okay.
down in gravy.
I really want to do mini capstone.
Yeah, same.
Insert picture.
Oh, talking about stuff like that, Capstone 2,
Oh,
capstone one.
yeah, that's awesome.
Insert capstone 2.
if I ever do it. Oh no.
Well,
Me and Ollie
picture.
spotted a TikTok yesterday. What I want to do.
I don't really care.
Oh, I want to get a line at Concrete Playground, which is what. So I want to. Well, insert picture of Concrete Playground first.
Why
Well,
you want
I,
to shoot?
I basically want to jump from the rail down to a first wall, down to a second wall, and then go over the rail in front of you, and then take the massive drop. But I mean, like,
I'm gonna do it very shortly, I think.
yeah,
I
same.
think after Project Underground I'll have go like it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna do concrete front flip. But I've been doing a lot more front flips off big jumps, so I've got the confidence. And I'm gonna do it a bit different, because I know Neil did it where he goes to the side, but I want to go to the lower bit, hang from the lower bit, and then do the bigger 180.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
topic. What is everyone's favourite movement? Like in parkour.
Well, you already know mine. You
Alright.
know mine.
Side flip,
Side flip.
side flip.
Ollie's, what is your favourite? Okay,
Shut
John.
up.
Okay, John. What is your favourite movement?
Can I-
Favourite movement? Coffee grinder pass around.
Okay.
Yes, yes, you do that a lot.
I think my favourite movements is kind of like some 180s, and I think that's the same with Ollie and also lashings.
Yeah, I really like cat leap 180.
Speed step or free fault? Free fault.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no,
Steep,
no,
speed step.
I
Yeah.
don't like speed steps.
Cat leap or concrete?
Cat leap or
Cat leap.
compre?
I'm gonna go concrete.
Cat leap. I
The
can't compre.
The most
Well-
satisfying to stick.
Yeah, I might go with concrete actually. Yeah.
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 So,
Cat leap.
Hi, Ollie.
Strides or plyos?
okay.
Pliers.
Yeah, pliers.
Strides.
No, strides.
Plies feel satisfying though.
Strides
It
are
don't-
more satisfying.
It depends. It depends what jumps it is.
I'm trying to think.
Many.
Worst injury.
Yeah, I was literally about to say
Worst injury is what everyone's had in the.
For me, it's just like a strained quad. I couldn't walk for a day, and then it got better for that.
Mine is. I really wish we had a video of this. I really wish I had a video of this. So I was trying this convoy, what Jazz was trying. It was to this foam block. So I did it. My technique is awful on the comp. Not lying there. So I did it. I land like this on the block. I pulled my shoulder really bad. And then a week later, I went back to train and then did a front flip off a wall by accident. Like jumped up a wall, missed my foot, and did a front flip and landed straight on that shoulder.
Jazz?
No, yeah.
Couldn't get hip flexibility, mate.
I know my hip flexibility is weird.
You must have some
So,
pretty bad ones.
not really.
Osculatus?
Well, yeah, that's a real pain in the ass. I hit that start of the session today, and I haven't been doing like real good stuff.
Hit what?
Yeah, I
What did
hit
he hit?
my Oscar slide.
Yeah, but where did he hit it on?
On Bob.
Not full.
Oh, Big Bob.
I know. I jumped up on him, and
Oh.
then I hit my knee on that plastic.
Jazz, didn't you say that you failed a flip and then you were scared to do it for a while?
Oh wait,
yeah.
I know one. He rolled his
Yeah.
ankle like last
Oh,
month.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And also, a couple of years ago, I like twisted my ankle, and like because I did that, I did it again and did it again, and then now my ankle's weak, and then I do it.
Not
more often.
poggers.
That's not good.
Ollie, what's yours then?
I'm gonna bring up two.
Okay.
Got two, that
That's
one.
fine.
Because I honestly don't know which is the worst bail.
Okay. We'll vote.
So, the first one, the car park down the road from me, there was one point where they had a bunch of concrete Jersey barriers. That's what they are called.
Oh,
But
that
they-
one.
But they're
Oh,
just,
okay,
But there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of concrete barriers, pretty much. And there's a line of them. And I tried to come up one, then do the plyos. And when I did it, I went to go come up. This hand just slipped out. So I tried to come up, slipped out. Obviously, there's a bunch of them beside each other. So I just went, boom, just smacked.
Oh,
Just smacked
that
my
sounds
head.
so painful.
I just smacked my head on the other, like, barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but luckily, I was wearing a Team Reality beanie, so that sort of cushioned
Sponsor,
it.
sponsor.
Yeah.
It was actually the green one.
Yeah, it was,
Oh.
it was the green one.
I was actually gonna wear the green one today, aren't it?
And then, so after that, I sort of had like a bump on my head, and my second bail. Wait, can I bring up another
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, cause
after this?
that's what it's about, you know.
I get a lot of bails. So my second one, outside boys. There's a couple bike locks.
Oh yeah, like that.
And then I wanted to do a rail pre because I don't do a lot of them.
I
you know?
don't like rails.
So I just thought get better at them. Yeah, did it. So landed a bit too toesy, slipped out, smashed my shins.
Oh, that bruise there.
Yeah.
You might.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
Smashed my shins. It's not the end. Still going down. Ribs the rail. And I was just like,
I remember that. I
The
remember
bruise was about like.
it was a tennis ball pretty much. On
It
my
was
leg.
like.
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Fine.
this big. Like the bruise was about like
That's
that.
that bad, the shit.
The
Yeah.
bruise was like this big, and there was like a tennis ball
Was your
about
dad
that.
there with you?
Yeah.
What was he
Yeah.
like
It was-
afterwards?
He was just like, fuck, you're alright. And I was
It
like,
wasn't really that.
like
nice.
after for some reason when I bail, I sort of just get up and just walk around for like
Yeah.
3 minutes.
So-
Yeah.
Ankle things. No.
I think more for me, it's just bruised ego, mate. I
No.
don't bruised
Yeah.
ego.
Yeah.
bruised ego.
You know when like you
Out
do.
in public.
Well, no, not for me.
Like-
Not that. If I do
Oh.
a move that I think can do really well and just absolutely flop on it,
Got another bail.
and then it takes me like a month to recover.
Yeah.
I think Ollie has an.
Ollie just has like 50 million injuries.
Yeah. What is
So
that?
I was trying this Kong Pre, and it's a very low wall. Like
We all know this.
it was
Yeah.
lower than this. It was
We don't know how big that is. It's like
we don't
it's
know
like
how big
this.
that is.
It's like this big.
I was pretty much conging a wall like this big.
Okay, so
I was just conging it, trying to come free. And it's the same sort of injury. So I was running up, conging it, went to go Kong. This hand slipped out again.
Again, not the same man.
And I pretty much just wait. Can it see the floor?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
You can.
Yeah, you can see a bit of the floor.
Oh, okay.
Like
So,
there.
so let's go just Kong. So went like this. Just landed.
We watched.
And I sort of just like scraped across the floor a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened about that tile one with you?
And I scraped my face.
That
Do
one.
you remember?
Oh yeah. So basically, I was warming up for this roof gap, yeah, and then it was like it was a bit big, yeah. So I thought it would be a good idea to set up this tile on the floor.
Can I
Didn't
just
check.
say before? I already told him it wasn't. A
You
good idea.
didn't. You said
I
it was a
did.
good idea. Yeah. So the tile on the
on record.
Yeah, we have it on record.
Yeah.
If we find the picture, we'll show you. So there's a tile like this, yeah, and then we set up another tile. None of us thought to check it. I'm full sprinting at this tile. Absolutely full tilt at this tile. Like this. Try and jump. But I'm skidding for about 20 metres.
He just
I'm like this.
skidded like that.
And then
When was this?
glazed all along here, all my arm, messed up. It was awful.
Yeah.
Right. Do you
reckon
wanna?
That's
I
alright.
forgot about that
Yeah,
one.
John,
I think that's a
we've got
wrap.
plenty of
Let's
stuff.
get it.
Right.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. So
Episode 1.
I hope you all enjoyed this. It was fun to make actually.
So,
So we'll be doing more of these definitely.
see you next time on episode 2.
That-
See you next time on episode 2.